Hey everybody, I'm Bobby from Justice Shepherds out of Oregon. I want to touch on a few things you see on Facebook. I've posted numerous pictures of my dogs, my puppies, wearing training collars. Now, the one thing that usually happens is I immediately get attacked by some people. You know, oh, you're poor dogs, why do you use a collar like that? Okay, years ago, I was you. Until I joined a group and got involved with some really nice trainers, and I learned. I took that chance to say, hey, I'm going to try it. And I realized these barbaric tools that everybody's so afraid of are one of the best training tools ever. Okay, I was against them for a while. I used choke chains, like a lot of people did. Well, basically what you're doing is choking your dog into listening to you. As where your training collar, they don't hurt. You can put them on your arm and you can pull all you want. They don't hurt. They are a tool. Used right, can be the best tool in the world. Now, I've taken my service dog, Eddie. We've gone into stores. I've had people approach us and stop and talk, you know, never say a word. Then you get that one person that's first thing they say is, why do you have that collar on him? Why? Because I want my dog to mind. I want my dog to listen and do what he's supposed to do. Now, some of my older dogs, I have a dog that's very highly trained. You hold his collar out like this, he will dive into it because he knows he's getting to go training right now. And he enjoys it. And these do not hurt your dog. Now you'll see it all over Facebook, you know, immediately you have people backing it. These are a wonderful tool. Then you'll see pictures posted with holes in the dog's neck. There's one floating around Facebook that just irritates me. For the fact it isn't the collar, it's the human behind the collar. So if you chain your dog out with one of these, you're asking for that. You're taking the chance of harming your dog, no different than slapping this choke chain on, so when they get run at the end of their line or something, they're choked. So, they're a training tool. You use them for training. It's no different than, you think about it, a gun. I carry a gun with me all the time. So far, my gun has never jumped out of my holster and attacked somebody or shot anybody. I'm in control. No different than this. You want to use this on your dog? You can turn around and take a choke chain and you'll catch people just jerking and pulling on their dogs or walking around like this with their dogs yanking them. You put one of these on, you use a matter of your fingers. That's it. It's a tiny little pop and you have total obedience going on. Now, I do understand these should not be sold in like pet stores because then you get the, you know, a person who has a dog that's not listening. Okay, I'm mad at my dog. I'm going to go buy one of these collars and I'm going to make him submit to me. And that's what's going on. Honestly, I think they need to be sold through different companies that, you know, sell training gear. And that's what they should be. You should be able to purchase them through a training supplies, not any pet store. Because people that don't know how to use them are the ones causing the trouble. Now, back to the pictures where you see the holes in the dog. You also got to think about how many of those actually happen. How many actually happen? 3, 4? As where if you think back, a flat collar. How many flat collars have you seen embedded into dogs' necks? Dogs die from it. What's the difference? This is a training aid you take off. This is a training aid that you use only for training. These are training devices, not a collar to leave on your dog. Now, I know I probably just pissed a few people off, but that's the way it is. I used to be that person that didn't like them until I realized exactly what they are. They're a training tool. And I've had people attack me about them, and the first thing I say is, I'll see you on the shooting field. We'll see whose dog's doing better. I use them on Eddie all the time. We'll go into stores, and he is spot on. Now, for Eddie's a whole different entity. Eddie's one of those dogs, you open the door, he runs outside. This dog can possibly go 4 different directions at the same time. He's just like that. He runs, he's crazy, he's playing, but you put this collar on him, and you can take him in any situation. And you never even have to touch it. Now, a lot of these, you know, you're told the proper way to use them is by putting them way up high on their neck, you know, and nice and snug. That's not the way I use it. I use it a different way. I like to have mine hanging loose like a collar. So when it's needed, I can pull up. I can have that. I have what I need for training. And when they're doing well, you just loosen it and let them walk with it. That's the way I like to use it. It may not be the proper way, but it's the way I like. So these are not barbaric devices. They're a tool, a training tool. So I hope you all that don't like them, take the opportunity to actually try it sometime. Borrow one, learn from a trainer, take the time to really find out what it's about. Now this isn't for every dog. You know, I raise German Shepherds, Czechoslovakian line. You need to have a tool when you're dealing with high drive, Eddie, crazy dogs. This is what makes life easy. This is what I train my puppies at 8 weeks with a small little prong collar, because I don't have to stand there and start a conflict with my puppies by having them pull and jerk on me and, you know, go through all the trauma that way. I put a simple little prong collar on them, loose. You have that finger control, and your puppy's walking right next to you. Now we help our by training our dogs. They come back here for training with the owners. So we immediately put one of these on them. They're amazed from their puppy being pulling and jerking out while doing to immediate reaction. You are starting a no conflict situation with your dog. Who doesn't want a no conflict? Who wants to walk around with their dog dragging them? These are wonderful. Just take the time. Find a good trainer to help you. Find a good collar. There's a lot of bad ones being made out there. Order them from a nice canine dealer that deals these. You know, there's a lot of them out there. There's Learberg. Check them out. Order a collar. They're great. Okay, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't beat me up, or don't kill the messenger here. But this is my opinion. This is how I feel about them. And I know a lot of other people feel the same way, but we still have those people that just despise them because they do look kind of barbaric. But they work, and they're a training tool. So we'll talk to everybody later. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.